This is the dragon lady, the most powerful lady at the end of the Qing dynasty. This is a picture at the age of 20, 70. Is she beautiful? But this is AI modified photo.
Yeah, I thought so.
She was kind of beautiful because she was the favorite concubine back to the Qing dynasty.
And she was the most powerful.
Most powerful leader at the end of the Qing dynasty, ruled the country for 48 years, nearly half a century, but plunged China into disasters and humiliations unparalleled in China's history. This lady, she was selected as a concubine at the age of only 17 years old. And then she bribed those eunuchs and got more chances to stay with the emperor. And then when she got pregnant for the emperor, her rank was promoted. And when she gave the birth to the son of the emperor, the only son of the emperor, she became the number 2 most important lady throughout the whole country. And her husband died at a very young age of only 31. And then her son became the emperor of the country. But her son was at only 6 years old. He was barely control over the country. So she put him on the throne in the front, and she sat behind him with a curtain in between. And she would tell her son what to say and what to do. And we call that period the power behind the curtain. And her son was supposed to rule the country on himself after he getting married at the age of 18 years old, but he died at the age of 19. And then she picked up another boy from the royal family. That boy was actually her nephew, her sister's boy. And she picked up that boy to be the new emperor of the country. Then she could continue control the power behind the curtain. And when that emperor turned to the age of 28, her nephew turned to the age of 28, she put him under the house arrest for 10 years until to the day when he passed away. When her nephew became very sick, she picked up another boy from the royal family again to be the new emperor of the country. That was the last emperor. Okay, so there were 3 baby emperors during her ruling period, and she lived here for a couple of decades and had it lavishly decorated in 1884 to celebrate her 50th birthday. The building is divided into 5 parts: sleeping room, changing room, audience room, breakfast room, and religious room. It seems like a small chapel on that part where she practiced the Buddhism on everyday basis. Her room is not very very large, very small room, a narrow and long bed. That is a metaphor of longevity. 长寿 长 very narrow means 寿 means longevity. That is a metaphor for herself to enjoy the longevity. And the small room, you see the palace are huge, like the Hall of Supreme Harmony, where they handle the state affairs to celebrate the birthdays of winter solstice. But when they sleep in those bed chambers, which are usually very small, because small room can gather more energy, can gather more qi. Qi means energy. If you sleep in a large house, your energy might be getting depleted and end up being not very well the next day. So a small room gather more qi, you are going to be very energetic the next day. So that's why Chinese people prefer to sleep in a small room.